actually feel him between the four lines. He is a supreme elite competitor, and we needed it. Obviously this was a very desperate, urgent game, and he was doing it on both ends of the court. Just put his imprint at every important part of the game, and he's in the top percentile of this entire association in terms of conditioning. And you saw he just got stronger as the game went on. But in terms of, you saying a Marquette guy, Dwayne swore to us. He looked us, Pat and I, dead in the eye and said, "This is, this is your guy. This is the next guy." But it's also just, one. So we also have perspective that we're not going to get carried away with this.
And to follow up, Eric, what was...
All right, so Miami back in the series leg. The other side of the story here is the Lakers, right? I mean, no Bam Adebayo, no Goran Dragic, and they played, I thought, sluggish throughout the game. 40-something shots from the bench. Is it too democratic at times with the Lakers? In other words, did you want to see LeBron James and especially Anthony Davis take over more?
This was one of those nights, Kevin, where I thought the foul trouble Anthony Davis got in really affected his flow and rhythm. And as a result, it affected the Lakers because they've been riding him. And particularly in the first half, he's been so good to start games. And maybe they just were relying upon that because he got in foul trouble, never got going really until the third quarter. And by that time, the Heat had found a rhythm. So I think that affected their offense tonight more than anything else. But I agree, they weren't as desperate. You can't manufacture desperation. The Heat felt it. The Lakers didn't. And as a result, the Miami Heat have gotten back in this.
115-104, Miami victorious. Erik Spoelstra and the Heat are back in this series, trailing 2-1. Here is the Heat head coach. Live coverage on SportsCenter from Orlando.
Is there like a locked-in vibe you get from him?
No, he was no different.
Yay, but that right there knocks down a three in the corner, his first bucket. And then off the alley-oop from Rondo, starting to find a little rhythm here for AD. Got Olynyk in front of him, called for the charge. 5 points, 5 turnovers, 3 fouls in the first half, and the Heat had a 4-point advantage. Let's go to the third quarter. Heat up 9. Tyler Hero. 66-54 advantage for Miami. Lakers in transition. LeBron on the miss. AD gets it. He's stripped. How about that outlet from Crowder to Hero? Oh, did he go lefty reverse? Yes, he did. Heat on a 10-0 run to start the third quarter. And then here, Jimmy buckets. From the block to the free throw line. Are you serious with that move? Let's go to the fourth. LeBron trying to lead a charge. Give him that and 1. That cut it to 2 after the foul shot. Then here LeBron to the corner. Morris knocks it down. It's a tie game. Then Rondo driving a layup. Lakers take a 2-point lead. But then Butler, wide open Olynyk for the 3, and just like that, Miami takes a 3-point advantage. This would be a back-and-forth affair to start this fourth quarter, and then Miami would start to surge. Olynyk, how about that pass from Jimmy Buckets? All right, it's 101-95. Butler going to work on the post game. Take me back to the 90s NBA basketball. I see you. Heat up 8. And 2 minutes to go. AD finds Morris, top of the key, wide open. Hero late on the closeout. So Lakers are down 5. After Jimmy Butler made 2 free throws, Morris misses the 3. Rebound to Olynyk. So now it's a 7-point advantage. Butler all the way to the rack. He had a 40-point triple-double in this game. Yes, only 3 players in the history of the NBA have had a 40-point triple-double in the NBA Finals. LeBron's one of them. Jerry West was the other, but they lost. Jimmy Butler won his game, 115-104. The lead in the series for LA is now 2-1. Now, I mentioned the 40-point triple-doubles, but let's just go overall triple-doubles in the NBA Finals game against LeBron James. Butler now the 4th player to do it. 3 guys from the Warriors did it. He and KD both notched their first career triple-doubles in those games. All 4 players to accomplish this feat led their team to a win in that game against LeBron.
We've got news conferences on the way. We're going to hear from all the stars following Game 3. Miami keeping its season alive, but we're joined by our star, Tim Legler, here. I mean, Legs, I'm going through the box score here. 13 assists, 11 rebounds, but 40 points jumps out, and 14 of 20 from the field. What stood out to you about Jimmy Butler, the way he got his baskets?
Yeah, Kevin, you're going to see a gaudy stat line with Jimmy Butler. And if you didn't see the game, you'll look up tomorrow, you'll pull up the box score, and those numbers you just mentioned will jump out. For me, the two biggest numbers on that stat sheet are going to be 20 field goal attempts and 14 free throw attempts, because it shows you that he was being aggressive as a scorer. People were asking me before the game, what can the Heat do? They don't have Bam, they don't have Dragic.